Lumio lovers. Welcome back to another Lumio live stream. I'm Asha and I'm here with the lovely Lois. And this week we are kicking off the new year by talking about goal settings and intentions. We'll explore how you can use Lumio to help your students reflect, set some meaningful goals, and of course, stay motivated all year long. So if you'd like to follow along live with us today, if you go to hellosmart.com and join in as a guest and enter in the class code 856238. You can follow along with us.
Absolutely. As always in Lumio, you're always able to share your class ID at any time just by popping out your little roster. Well, Happy New Year, Asha. I've missed you.
I know. Happy New Year. Is it too late to say Happy New Year? It's the
You know what?
first Lumio Live for the year. I think we're
It is
good.
the first Lumio Live. And my rule of thumb is always it's never too late to say Happy New Year. If it's the first time you see someone for the new year, then you're good to go.
Awesome.
Perfect. Well, I'm really excited about this Lumio Live. Goal setting is a big thing to do during the new year, right? Goal setting is important because it helps students stay focused and motivated. It provides a sense of direction and purpose and encourages personal responsibility and self-reflection, especially if you're involved in setting your own goals. Would you agree, Asha?
Oh, totally agree. And even kind of going back to goals, like the types of goals that you want to set. Do you want to set short-term goals? So something that you want to accomplish, within a shorter term frame. So maybe working on an assignment or learning a new skill this week. Or maybe you want to look at your long-term goals and how you want to achieve those goals over a longer period of time. So maybe a goal for the remainder of the school year, or something like that could be an idea for a long-term goal.
Asha, I have to be honest. I had to set a goal for myself coming back from vacation to put on pants other than sweats. So, I did achieve that goal today. I would like you to know. I don't know that it needs to be a long-term goal, but it was definitely something that was difficult for me to achieve.
It's all about the accomplishments, hitting those milestones. So kudos to you.
Well, thank you, Asha. I appreciate that. So basically, here in Lumio, there are so many different features to make activities interactive and engaging, right?
Mhm.
One of the things that I really love that we can add, that we were actually working on earlier, is setting an intention. So one of the things we do in my family is set an intention for the year with our one word. So in previous years, this is my third year, I've done curious and I've done thoughtful. This year, my word is love. Do you ever do a one word, Asha?
Actually, this year I didn't do one word. I did a couple of words, but one of them is action. So it's for me to be taking action instead of just thinking of ideas, and kind of mulling it over and taking that time to mull it over and try to perfect everything. It's, you know what, let me just dive in head first and let me take some action. So that's one of my words for the year.
I love that. And I love how this activity creates a word cloud for us, right?
Hmm.
So basically, if you're logged into the class, I'm going to reset this so that you can actually do that. And
Yeah.
I can do that simply just by hitting the rewind button, so to say, and reset the activity. But we can see we have a few people in here now, and I just start the lesson. And then anyone who is in can answer the question. And that makes it pretty nice.
Hmm.
So I'll give it a second. No one is answering the question. Oh, grace. I like that one. Grace is a good word. Gratitude, one of my favorites. So as we do this, we can see that our students answer our question for what is their one word for goals or mindsets for the new year. It automatically populates in different colors to make a really great visual reminder of what we said as well. Now, in this activity, we also have can go to an overview here. So I can see 75% of the people were there that answered, and so I can see who did that. Um, and I am just going to pop this over. Give me just 1 second. Resume this. So basically, we have this. And when I end the activity, I can also review that. And so, what's nice about that is I can have a visual. Maybe I want to print out my visual and have a visual for my class on what we're focusing on. And I just saw thrive. I kind of love that word. Maybe that'll be my word for next year. Is there any other way that you like using this activity, Asha?
So I like it because, again, it's giving us voice to the students in the class. And I've probably mentioned this before, but I was super shy. I would never raise my hand and be like, yeah, my word for the day, for the year is going to be action. I wouldn't do it. And so this is a great way to kind of get to those students that might be a little bit shy, not so eager to raise their hands and share what they have. And so I love this.
Yeah, and I think this also allows students another way to check in on their progress, right? I know
Indeed.
I picked love this year because sometimes I don't always love everything about myself, but I'm saying this year I'm just going to love everything, whether it's something where I want to be or it's a goal that I'm working to achieve. I'm going to love the process. So if my word was gratitude and being able to see it in the classroom or have something in my notebook, that might remind me to be grateful for something that is annoying me at the moment, right?
For sure.
So, one of the really great things that we have here is we have this set to an individual handout here for our goal bingo. So, there's lots of different things that you can create here within Lumio. And this is a really great example of that. I'm just using the teacher activity to kind of model what I would like to see happen here. So we can see that we spelled out bingo, and I say we, and I really mean Mish because she's not here with us, right? Um, Maybe for the B, we're going to be kind. So what would be a kindness goal that I might have? And then I could just simply go over and use my tools here to kind of type one of those goals. Improve yourself. New skills. I always love learning something new. I loved learning about yoga from you, Asha. Are there any new skills that you're looking at for the new year?
New skills, definitely. I am definitely trying to be a little bit better on social media, and put out some content that is actually worth looking at. So that is something that I would like to do this year.
Okay, I love that. So just that easily, I'm going to pretend like I'm you for a minute, Asha. I
Okay.
can type that in there. And so a new skill I want to have is that. There are so many great resources in the Lumio library for setting SMART goals, and that's a whole nother activity, right?
hmm
Um, but what I love about this is when we create those goal setting bingo cards, this is an opportunity for students to always come back and check in on their progress because life is busy. And although we set some intentions or goals to work on and achieve throughout the year, sometimes they might slip our mind, right?
For
So I
sure.
really like this outreach community goals. That's actually one of my goals for the year. I want to actually spend some time working with high schoolers in my area here in Texas. So here
Nice.
we can pull this out and kind of show teachers or students an example of what we would want this to look like. Again, you have all these tools here on the side. So if you wanted to pull in a picture, use text, you can do all of those things. One thing that I'm hearing from teachers that they absolutely love is the stickers. Do you have a favorite one, Asha?
Pretty much all of them. If I could fit all the stickers on a page, I probably would. But it's a nice way to even celebrate those small wins along the way.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to just make this bingo card a shared space for me and you, because I think one of the things that I am learning to do is also pause, because I go 1,000 miles a minute sometimes, right? So that's a really great way to work on that. I see Stephen has already worked on this. So I could go in and kind of look at Stephen's and whoa, Stephen has a lot of goals, right? So
Hmm.
very simple. And he's going to be able to come back and work on this again. I also like you can simplify this bingo board with fewer squares and include images of expected responses. So you could pull those in here and then have your students drag and drop them, which makes it really simple and easy to use. Now, I know Stephen does a lot of learning. It looks like he's going to be learning the guitar. I know that we're both learning Spanish together, so I feel like I should kind of write that in for him, but I'm not going to interrupt his goals. But I do love that he's working on learning playing the guitar. So on Steven's screen, he'll be able to see that I gave him a sticker. And so he can see that I see what he's working on. Again, you can also use text, you could use the pen tool, lots of different ways to do that. So it's a really simple and easy way to do that. Um, and so it looks like we had a lot of participation there. So thank you all for participating on that. And I would love to hear more about how you plan on using that in your classroom. And especially if you simplify it, I would love to see that too. So, Asha, what is our favorite tool in Lumio?
Oh gosh. Do I have to pick a favorite?
Okay, what's my favorite tool in Lumio?
Is your favorite the shout it out or the assessment tool?
I mean, so I do love both of them, but I love Shout It Out the most for getting very quick, simple responses. Now, I ran this earlier, so if you're logged in now, you'll still be able to participate. But we kind of asked what's one action that you can take this week to start working towards your goal? Because lots of times we want to accomplish things. But in order to accomplish them, it's really important to break it down into manageable steps, right?
Agreed, agreed.
Okay. And I have also made this anonymous so people can feel free to share what they're going to do. And no one knows that it's them. But as a teacher, if I just hop back in here, I can actually change in the activity itself whether I want to show the names or not. So I can always come back and do that, but I'll just leave it as anonymous right now. So this person says they want to write down their goals somewhere and see them always. Sounds like a job for a vision board to me. What do you think, Asha?
I totally agree. You could make one in Lumio.
You could, absolutely. Tell people about my goals so I'm held accountable. I love having accountability buddies. Do you ever do that, Asha?
Oh, I need an accountability buddy. I mean, it's a great way to hold myself accountable. And then also, when you need that support, sometimes it gets tough, right? Keeping up with your goals and kind of getting to that end point. So it's nice to have someone that will kind of give you a little push along the way and cheer you on as you're meeting your goals.
Absolutely. So another great thing, saw how easy it is for me to reset it. So anyone who is logged into my class currently is now able to participate themselves. And again, I can check to see who's logged in. I have it set also to student pacing. So anyone who is in my activity can move up and down throughout the lesson. I'm just going to change that to teacher pacing. So anyone who's working on it is now on the same page. So we can see that we have someone else telling us what action they're going to take. Start my day by journaling with 3 things I am grateful for. I
I
love
l-
that.
Me too. It's so nice to, think about what you can be grateful for and starting your day that way.
Yeah, absolutely. And research shows that when you take time to be grateful and have a gratitude journal or things like that, that you're happier overall and healthier too. Practice the piano twice this week. Okay, that's a pretty smart goal there, pretty specific. I like that. So basically, you have these little post-it notes. You can push them around wherever you would like. And that's a great way to use Shout It Out. I also love that in Lumio, you can ask multiple questions, personalize your backgrounds, however you would like to do it. And for younger kids, I also like the ability to have them respond in pictures. So lots of different ways to use shout it out. And I'm really excited to learn a little bit more about our Lumio challenge for January.
Yes, of course. So definitely we have our Lumio challenge that you can join. And if you go to our socials, so at Lumio Social, and use the hashtag Lumio Challenge when you post your shouted out lesson feature in Lumio. And you can actually win a chance to get a gift card. So stay tuned and please post so we can see. And then in a couple of weeks, we have our next Lumio live session where we will dive into our exciting new feature, the advanced locking features. I cannot wait. We're going to show you how you can use these new tools to help you lock content into your lesson, giving you more control and flexibility in the classroom. So don't forget to join us in a couple of weeks.
I love that, Asha. And if you're newer to Lumio, the locking feature was highly requested by teachers. So, directly in Lumio, you can provide feedback if there's a feature that you're looking to have, or you're just wondering why something works the way it does. We'd love to let you know.
I love that. Well, if you'd like to dive a little deeper into learning more about Lumio, you can register for future webinars if you go to go.smarttech.com/golumio. And we're adding those webinars all the time. And stay tuned for our spring schedule as well.
Super exciting.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today and have a great day. Thank you.